Every winter, I end up spending a solid chunk of time in the desert. Whether it's riding a Torca-maintained trails down in Tucson, enjoying fresh guacamole in Utah, breaking derailleurs in Phoenix, or bouncing along the Red Rock in Sedona, it's a great way to get some sun and some exercise. My favorite trails all seem to have something in common, a challenge. They also need to feel like they are properly out in the woods, so bike parks rarely do it for me. My absolute favorite trails are rarely those that are most popular among mountain bikers. In fact, it's usually the opposite. And that's okay, as that means when I make videos about my favorite stuff, it's going to be somewhat unique and different, and that's pretty good. Formerly lauded for a lack of crowds, Sedona is a pretty easy spot for me to visit. And one trail in Sedona seems to get more fanfare than the rest. It's this one, the White Line.
Oh gosh, there's people watching.
From the tourist vantage spot, it appears that we are literally riding on the edge of a cliff. The result of this embarrasses me to no end. Here's an example.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. How about you? You're crazy.
Oh, not crazy.
When we walk it, I always think about
It's a lot harder on feet. It's easier with the sticky tires. Oh, I think I can go this way.
With all this context, the hype surrounding the White Line has me a little embarrassed to do much on it.
Who is this guy?
The way the trail celebrates daredevil risk-taking just isn't quite my jam. For me, at this point in my life, mountain biking isn't so much about taking risks. Instead, it's about solving riddles, trying to figure out how to make the bike do something that just doesn't quite make sense. It's about overcoming technical challenges. And the White Line isn't really all that technical.
So you're all probably familiar with this trail. I'm personally not a huge fan of it because it's more of a publicity stunt. That's not quite my jam, but I thought of a cool way to make it a little more interesting. So today I'm trying to pull that off. Safely, at that, might I add. Risk factor is not insanely high compared to what it looks like from down below.
To my left and across the valley there, you'll notice what's called Chicken Point, where people drive their Jeeps to and bring lots of tourists to, making that a common vantage spot. You might be wondering why I'm not riding a wheelie right here like I was in the other clip. Well, there's something else on my mind, and we're going to get to it in just a quick moment. You can also notice right here how this is not exactly super technical. It's a little bit of an off-camber slope, but it's not that bad. Once you get here, it is very challenging in that you don't want to go too fast and off that cliff. That is indeed sure death. Notice how slow I went and focused on making the turn.
Cool. We're gonna need to get a little bit of speed up here.
I had an idea. After completing the White Line, maybe it'd be fun to pedal back up and lap it a second time.
Okay, this is why we need a little bit of speed. There we go.
And right there, I found a small challenge, but just enough to make the stunt somewhat more palatable.
Cool. Now I'm more excited about this. Okay, going slow.
It was certainly tempting to try to go a little bit faster here, but I also didn't want to take any unnecessary chances. If you do start pedaling too hard and getting your suspension to move around a little too much, you could be at the risk of catching a pedal. In this video, I am riding clipless pedals, which I don't normally do. If Murphy's Law is worth anything, it means I'm definitely going to fall off the cliff the one time I am doing this trail with clipless pedals. So it makes sense to take it easy. On a side note, I'm glad I blew my nose out before going down this because it's so steep you can indeed see up my nostrils.
All right. Would have been cool to actually pull that. So now, finding my way down, this is actually the hard part.
There is a real sketchy way to ride back down to the base of the mountain here by doing a bunch of rock rolls. I feel similar on rock rolls as I do to riding trails like the White Line, so I just went the easier way
I
down.
don't actually know where I can go right there.
Call me boring, but I want to post some other videos on some even cooler stuff.
Oh, I think that was someone else.
Oh, wow.
Some crazy kid up there. I don't know who that was.
But now I'm at a bit of a crossroads. Now that I've pulled this off, I'm wondering what's next. At the same time, I'm not wondering. I have no plans on doing anything more on the White Line, as I'm ready to get back to focusing my energy on other riddles and oddball challenges, things I actually look forward to. But what about all of you? Are you disappointed at the celebration of risk surrounding this trail? Or do you appreciate that it gets the public to perhaps respect the sort of stuff we can do on a mountain bike? I'll take my 5-year-old daughter on a trail ride one day, then hit big jumps the next day, and you know what? That's all the same sport. It's all mountain biking.
Oh, it's one of my favorite corners in Sedona. even getting wobbly in it.
But I don't want her teachers and friends to think I'm taking my little one on the white line
So
anytime
this is
soon.
a real fun section. Probably is traffic today because it's the weekend. It's pretty late. It's like 9 already.
If you guys enjoyed this video, please do hit that red subscribe button just below. I'll see you in the comments.
Catch that backside. Hi there. You're good. Thanks, guys.
Not a problem, man. How are you?
Good. Have a great weekend.
You too, man. Go.